What's going on, everybody? This is Captain Obvious. You guys are the 11 crew, and welcome to another Minecraft showcase. Alright guys, what I have for you today is my concept Bedrock Mob City farm. Now, this thing has taken me an astronomical amount of hours to build, and this is about, I want to say about 37 to 38 minutes of letting it run. Now, you guys on Java are probably laughing at this, but let me just tell you, for the Bedrock Edition, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. But let me just show you what I had to do to accomplish that. Okay, so we'll just shut the door. We'll come out here and take a look at this thing. Okay, it's massive. I'm not doing a tutorial on this at all. This is taking me about 10 hours to build or something like that. It is 89 by 89 from end to end. So 89 going this way, going that way. It's completely even. Right? So there's 89 on every side. And essentially what happens is, okay, so let me just tell you. So from this central point right here, where the collection is, okay, from the central point there, all the way through to on the other side of that wall is to this right here is 27 blocks. So that wall right there would be 28 blocks away, right? And I did that on all the sides, okay? And then I just added obviously some decoration down here. There are lights under every single one of these, okay? Under every single half slab you see here, there is glowstone, so that'll keep it nice and lit. And you'll notice even on the top up here, even on like the decorations, I have some half slabs. Okay, so that is super important, so nothing spawns on top of that. I apologize if you hear anything in the background. My son is currently sleeping behind me, so that's why I'm talking a little bit lower. Had a little nightmare, so came upstairs to lay with me. Anyway, this is the outside of the building. All right, just some decoration. That's really all it was. And what each one of these symbolizes is where the levels are. So you'll notice this should be 17, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, right? And once you get to the 9th block, that is the central point, okay? So let's say it's this one, maybe it's this one, and then you'll have the 8 for the water, then you get the next level up, the next level up, and the next level up, and then there's some creative kind of adjusting in there. We'll go and take a look. And we do that on all the sides, okay? So that's where the central collection points are, which are basically right on the other side of this wall right here. Okay, so that's where all the mobs they come into. All right, so it's pretty cool. So we got 4 of those, and let's just go inside here. It's pretty simple. It's nothing like super duper crazy. Now let's just close this up. So one of these up here, right? Ah, there we go. Potion of night vision. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to drink that. Beautiful. Okay. So they do walk off, as you can see from the collection. They do walk off after a while. And no Endermen are going to be spawning in here. Okay. And then what we have down here, this is to kill the spiders, because spiders still do spawn. I was going to put some half slabs down to keep them from spawning, but then you lose a lot of the area. So spiders should die nice and easily in that, and you're not going to get a ton of string, but you are going to get some. As you can see, it does fall down, which is cool. And so this is how they're killed, right? So you have this right here. Underneath this is a minecart with hopper, and then underneath that is a hopper line which goes all the way to where we were in the beginning, right? So nothing too crazy, right? It's pretty simple. And then like I said, I just added this line, and then these guys actually die. Hold on, these guys usually die. They don't have enough fire resistance, but we do get their drops, which is good. So they die. Meanwhile, you have zombies and skeletons can actually go through here and fall down, and they will not die by the lava. So let's get the what the heck is he doing? He's like zombie Jesus. He's just walking against the water. I mean, not zombie, skeleton, Jesus. Get over there. Let's just drink some more. Come on, get in. So watch what happens. So skeletons and zombies usually have enough fire resistance to make it down. So that's kind of cool. Also, the creepers kind of swim up a little bit. That's kind of why they die. All right, and then he'll just die in there. So this is the creative part I was talking about. So you'll notice you get the center point, okay, which by the way is 15 long. Okay, so from this block right here, okay, you go 15, and you'll end up here. And then again, you just use signs to move the water. It's really nothing crazy. And then you go up. This one you go up 2 layers. All right, you got 8. You go up another 1, 8, another 1, 8, and then this is where you kind of have to get a little creative. Okay, so we just push it. So watch, we'll take the journey, we'll take the ride. Now we should slide on the ice. Perfect. Now this one was really, really weird over here, but we should fall anyway. Oh, maybe not. This one for some reason was really weird. It was the only one. Oh no, that wasn't it. All of them have this. Let me show you what's really strange about it. Maybe one of you guys can tell me. So this one, see, same thing here. Same thing here. Here, this one is the only one where I needed it to go out this way, but all the sides are even. I double checked everything. So from here going across, like I said, is 15. Okay, the whole thing going all the way around is perfectly even, but for some reason for this one, I needed to add another row here. I know this is 9, because originally I had this as 2, and I didn't want to have 2 on the same level, so I had to drop this down. But somehow this one ended up being 1 longer. I don't really know how that happened, but anyway, regardless, it works really, really well. Like I said, eventually they fall off, and boom, right into there. But I'm really happy with this design. I was originally going to make a creeper only farm, but for some reason it's not working the way it kind of worked beforehand, like on the Xbox One version. I think the way it works on Java, and I'll show you what I mean. You kind of get the idea of the inside here. All right, it's pretty basic, nothing crazy. Just took a really long time to build. And then I also wanted to get the decoration down. But you'll notice over here, I was going for a creeper only farm. We're not going to go inside because I'm still kind of working on it. I don't want to give away too much, but essentially on the older versions, right, you'd have like, you'd have the inside be like too high. You'd put down, where is it? You'd put down, oh, I have it right there. You'd put down a half slab, and then you'd put down a trap door on the block, the roof block, because creepers would be able to fit underneath there just like the player, but a skeleton and a zombie would not. They would not be able to spawn. And you have like a pattern where you have like some slabs in a certain pattern, so that way the spiders couldn't spawn either. Well, for some reason, the block, when it's like this, it has not been spawning for me at all. No skeletons, no creepers, no zombies, no spiders, nothing. So that's not working at the moment, unless I'm just doing something wrong. And then for the top, rather than take my time to fill in everything with all these slabs, I just did the perimeter again. I raised it up 1, so that was the actual ceiling. But then I just raised it up 1. And I just put it right on top of these half slabs here, and put another half slab on top. And I actually think it looks really good. I think it looks really, really, really cool. The only thing is I obviously did not put a way in, like an idiot. I forgot to put a way in. So if I was going to do this again, all I would do is I would just add an entrance over here. Because see how high this is? You can completely walk through. So like right over here, if I were to go in here, I could just get like, through to the other side. Right? Like there's nothing. Did I actually not cover that at all? Hold on. Nothing spawned in here, right? I thought I covered all of that. Whoops. That was an oversight. Not good. But anyway, so you could basically just make entrances on any of these little corner spots right here. Very, very easily. So that's what I would do if I were just going to do it again. Building this in survival would take just an enormous time. Okay, so let me just kind of explain the mechanics behind it. I'm going to leave a link in the description for Groover Guy's video on one he did a long, kind of a while ago now on Bedrock, explaining the spawning mechanics in the Bedrock Edition. But for those of you that don't know, there is a cap on entities, and there's two caps. If there's nothing above, okay, so if it's just the sky above, if there's no solid block above them, it counts as an overworld spawn. And you can have up to 7 in your little radius, right? And they won't spawn. I think it's within 26 blocks. I just did 27 to be safe. I'm pretty sure it's one of those two. All right, so I just did 27 blocks just to be safe. So if I'm standing here, then every single one of these chambers is allowed to spawn mobs. And I made it 15 length, 15 going that way. So literally all the chances that they're going to have to spawn are going to be around me. Now keep in mind, this is also creative. It is also a flat world, and there's nothing below. So again, the way it works is you get 7 for the top and 7 for a cave spawn. As soon as there's a block on top of something, so like this right here is an overworld spawn. As soon as I put a block on top, this space becomes a cave spawn. Okay, so at night this would actually take up one of the spots in there, one of the 7 spots. But also keep in mind, it's not just 7, because it's going to be 7 in per chunk, right? So it's like 7 in that direction, 7 over there, 7 there. So you have a lot of chances for things to spawn in here while you're in here. It's pretty cool. Like I said, Groover goes into a lot of detail, but oh, look at that, we're getting a pretty decent amount. Right, so this right here is giving us a lot, and that is under the extreme conditions, meaning there's no cave. So if you had a cave system underneath, believe it or not, it would compete with all of this. So you could build all of this, take your whole time to build this whole thing. If you're not lighting up caves underneath, you're pretty much screwed. Another thing about Bedrock is mobs do not despawn. So if there's a mob that is like if there's like one little area that's dark and a mob spawns in there, and you just don't ever go down and find him and kill him, he's going to stay there. You could leave, you could go you can go 1,000 blocks away and come back. He will be forever in that spot. So that's another thing about the Bedrock Edition. It's not like any other version you guys have ever seen if you're not familiar with it. So this would be an extremely ideal scenario where, again, even if the lights went off, right? Even if it, like it was nighttime. I don't have it on nighttime, but even if it was, none of these spawns out here would matter anyway. I do have lights, but even if things did spawn around me here, they would not count towards the cave spawns, which is what I'm utilizing in here. Only the underground ones below here would count and hurt that. So you would have to do a bunch of caving, especially under this whole system, right? I would say just start down wherever your thing is going to be, go all the way down and just try and get as much of the area as possible. It's just, this is impossible for me to do a tutorial on. There's no chance I'm going to. So you guys got the dimensions, right? It's 27 out in each direction. It is, so from here, if you look at the slabs right here, remember you go 8, you go 2 up, right? So this is where that block is, right? And then you would go 2 up, and then you'd go 8 over. You'd go another 2 up. Sorry, right here. 1 up, another 8 over, 1 up, another 8 over. And you could figure out whatever way you want to get them in there. But I was trying to maximize the amount of space. Now I could have went further. Instead of doing 15 out, I could have did 30. But that just would have taken even longer. So I figured 15 was a really good demonstration. And let's just kind of see how cool it looks. I think I'm probably going to make this the thumbnail, so you guys probably have already seen it. But this is just, it's a thing of beauty. I love it. I love the way it looks. I mean, it is huge. It is, the full thing is 89, I think I said that, 89 by 89. It's tremendous. It is an absolute beast of a build. If you ever decided to build something like this, you'd have to have a lot of people probably helping you, have a lot of resources. This took thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of blocks. So just keep that in mind. But it's fairly decent. This thing has been running for, I guess with the including this video, about an hour, a little over an hour. So, you know, for Bedrock, this is good. But I mean, look what I had to do to get that, right? There's no way this is not something that you'd really ever build. But I just wanted to show you that this is kind of what it looks like when you build something that is fit for just spawning things around you. So you stand here, and all of that spawning space in there is free to, you know, for mobs to spawn on. All the ones down here, nothing should spawn here anyway because you're too close. But even if they did, it's not going to affect that because you have two different spawns, the cave and the overworld spawn. All right. But anyway, guys, that is it. I worked in this for a really, really long time. So if you like this, please give it a thumbs up. This is the biggest farm I've ever built. This is, I think, the most time I've ever spent in a showcase video in almost 4 years on YouTube. So again, a like would really help. Anyway, love you guys. Thanks for watching. Captain Obvious out. Peace.